be my answer. Okay. In this question, a car moving with uniform acceleration covers 450 meters, that is distance of 450 meters in 5 seconds. Okay, and covers a distance of 700 meter in next 5 second interval. So what it says, suppose I say my distance s1 is 450 meter, it takes t1 seconds, that is 5 seconds. Okay, and my s2 distance is 700 meter, and my time it takes is another 5 seconds, my t2. Okay, so with this I can write, this is my first half. Okay, this is my first half, the car has done something, this is my first equation, but this is not my second equation. The point to note is, first 450 kilometer is covered in 5 seconds, in next 700 meter is covered in 5 seconds. So now I can say the total time taken is 10 seconds to cover the distance of 700 plus 450, which is nothing but 1150 meter, right? This is the important one, this is the concept. Okay, this is my first half and this is my second half. So totally in 10 seconds it is covering 1150. Okay, now going into this Newton's concept, like S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is the very general formula that we need to know. Okay, if I substitute my equation 1, this is my this is for the equation 2 and this is for my equation 1. What is that? S1, this is my t1 and this is also my t1. So what I can put, s1 is nothing but 450, which is equal to u t is nothing but 5 plus half into a t is nothing but 5 power 2. So what it will come, 450 is equal to 5u plus half into 25 into a. This is going to be my third equation. I'll put it as third equation. Now let's say this is t3 s3. Okay, so I can say s3, which is equal to u t3 plus half into a t3 square. So what is s3? Is 1150, which is equal to u into 10 plus half into a into t3 is nothing but 10. So what I will get, 1150 is equal to 10u plus the 100 divided by 2 into a. This is going to be my fourth equation. By solving 3 and 4, okay, what I will get, third equation is nothing but 450, which is equal to 5u plus 25 by 2 into a. This is my third equation. This is nothing but 1150, which is equal to 10u plus 100 by 2a. This is my fourth equation, right? By solving this 2, how can I just multiply 2 with this equation? So what I will get here, it is multiply 2 with this equation, I will get, it's 900 is equal to 10u plus 25a. It is 1150, which is equal to 10u plus 50a. By subtracting this 2 equation, I can cancel this and I will get minus 25a, which is equal to minus it's nothing but 50 and it is 250. Okay, a, which is equal to 10, right? A, which is equal to 250 divided by 25, which is nothing but 10 meter per second square. Our answer is 10 meter per second square. D is our option. Okay, in this sum, a rigid body shown in the figure A has a mass 10 kg. This is my mass 10 kg. Okay, this is my mass 10 kg and this is also 10 kg, and there is one more mass which is attached, that is 20 kg. Okay, what the question here is the percentage of increase in mass moment of inertia as a result of adding this 20 kg. What is my percentage increase in the mass moment of inertia? That is the question. So first we need to know what is mass moment of inertia. Mass moment of inertia. Mass moment of inertia. The formula for mass moment of inertia is nothing but m r square. Okay, the formula for mass moment of inertia is m r square. For the first, let's say I am taking this diagram. Okay, A. For this, what is the mass? The mass moment of inertia, I am taking I1 or IA for this diagram. Since it is represented as A, I am taking it as IA. My mass is nothing but 10 here, and my radius is nothing but 200 mm. It is 0.2 meter. So it is 0.2 meter. Okay, so the answer is 2 IA, which is equal to 2. Okay, now I am going to take B. IB, this is little bit tricky, but this is very easy. Since it is rotating in this direction clockwise, this is also rotating in the clockwise direction. So both comes as positive. When an object rotates in a anti-clockwise direction, I am taking it as positive. This is also anti-clockwise direction, I am taking it as positive. These are all our assumptions. Suppose if I assume my anti-clockwise direction is positive, I will assume my clockwise direction is going to be my negative. Okay, so it's very simple. Now I am going to assume my anti-clockwise is going to be positive. For taking the mass, here what is this? 10 kg. So I will write for your understanding, I am going to write m a radius r square. Okay, I'm sorry, this is also r square, so it turns out to be 0.4. Okay, this is going to be 0.4. The unit for this is kg meter square. Okay, this is for, okay, then positive, then m, I am going to represent this mass as mb into r square. I am taking it as r2 square or rb square here. Okay, so what is my ma? Ma is nothing but 10, mb is nothing but 20, r is nothing but 0.2 meter, rb is nothing but, what it is given here, 100. So I can take it as 0.1 meter. Okay, so ma is 10, r square is 0.2 square, plus mbrb is nothing but 20 into 0.1 square, which is equal to, what is my final value? It is going to be 0.4 plus, this is going to be 0.2, this is going to be 0.6. Okay, fine. So we know what is our IA is 0.4, that is for this, and for this IB is nothing but 0.6, that we have calculated already. So what is the question is, what percentage increase? So how much it has increased? It has increased 0.2, right? If you are good at percentage calculation, it is very simple. It is nothing but IB minus IA, which is divided by IA into 100. That is the percentage change formula. Okay, so what I can put is 0.2 divided by IA is 0.4 into 100. So by cancelling it out each other, then I will get 50%. So where is my 50%? Okay, B is my answer. Okay, let's see this one. the time variation of a position of a particle in rectilinear motion is given by, okay, x is equal to 2t cube plus t square plus 2t. Okay, if v is the velocity and a is the acceleration of a particle in consistent unit, the motion started is with, okay, we need to find what is my velocity and what is my acceleration. So as we all know, x is nothing but the distance. Okay, x is my distance which is given. So we know what is v is nothing but change in distance, rate of change of distance, that is change in distance with respect to time, right? So it's nothing but just differentiate it. Okay, differentiate once, what you will get, 2 into 3t square plus 2t plus 2. Simple. And when it is started means the object was at rest. Okay, at rest what is my time? Say at time t is equal to 0. Okay, if suppose if I have an object here and it is equal to t is equal to 0, t is equal to 1, it has some velocity, but at t is equal to 0 what I will be having? My initial velocity v, which is equal to, if it is t is equal to 0, it is my 0 and it is also 0. So what I will get here? T is equal to 2 meter per second. Fine, my answer may be C or maybe D, but I am not sure. Let me find acceleration also. Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time. Okay, just differentiate one more time. Okay, differentiate with respect to t. So what I will get? 2, it's already there. It's 6t plus 2. 2 will become 0 because it is constant. And again, t which is equal to 0 because my object is about to move, so it is equal to 0. So what I will get is it will become 0 and my answer is going to be 2 meter per second square, a, which is equal to, so my answer is 2 and 2, that is D.